All right, we're going to be recording this meeting tonight. We're starting to get everybody coming on right now. So again, we will have this recorded and it will be on the web tomorrow. We had a few technical glitches last week, but I think we've got them all worked out now. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It is Monday, 9 o'clock, and this is the Quick Start Opportunity Meeting. We've got a couple little extra slides in this one tonight because there's actually been some folks over the prior week that have kind of mentioned about some other opportunities or whatever. We're going to cover some of that as well in this tonight too. So really, we're going to be talking about how you can secure your financial future. And on the overview, we're going to really be kind of focusing on how you can work from home. What is Quick Start? Because everybody's going to kind of say, what exactly is this made up of? What is the product that we're marketing, which is Cryptos Communication? And how can you really make some money just selling the smartphone app? So most people, and this is what we found, that most people, they dream big, but they just don't know how to achieve it. A lot of people go, all I ever find is dead-end type of situations. I've heard people say, I've never finished school, I'm not smart enough. Some people just tell me that, I've never had opportunities presented to me. And I've always heard this, the last program that I've joined just didn't work. Well, we're going to tell you tonight why everything we've just said right here is different and why it really doesn't make any difference to how your success can be within Quick Start. So now, why is it so different? Well, first, this program is designed to help you grow rich, not the company. You get paid within days of joining. And let me explain. If you signed up tonight being Monday night, and during this week, you were able to introduce us to some new team members, and they signed up. For every new team member that came in as a gold package, which we're going to tell you what a gold package is here very shortly, you're going to get $50 next week, actually by Tuesday. In most cases, it's being paid on Monday, but by Tuesday, you're going to have $50 for every new person. So if you had 10 people that came on to work in your team this week, that means by this time next week, you have $500. That's how simple that is. And I don't think there's another program out there that pays that quick. Next, you're not asked to, nor will you ever be asked to invest or reinvest your earnings. That's another thing that programs seem to do. Also, Quick Start is operating in all countries but 5. Now, that's fixing to be revised because as soon as Cuba is taken off the list where they're no longer considered, a trade barrier or whatever, it's going to be down to 4 countries at that point. And last but not least, there's a real need for the product that we're marketing. I was just reading some stories right before we did the webinar, and there is additional spyware and things like that is happening that the government is purchasing right now from overseas because they're trying to find other ways to listen and so forth. And if they're doing that, that means that biz competition is doing it. It means that other threats around the world is doing it as well. So now, this is what we've kind of talked about. A person that I respect a lot was talking to me the other day, and he said, a lot of people just love to get in these money games. And I said, money games? I said, money games, they don't last very long. He goes, but they get so excited. I said, well, this is a real program. This is a program that's going to be around for a long time. I said, but let's look at the numbers of what you can earn in this program versus a money game, just real quickly. Now, the reason that people get into money games, they're going, gee, I can do an investment. I don't have to worry about anything. I can have a passive income. Or I can sit there and I can have a revenue share model, which is really great. But we're going to tell you how you can earn 10 times or more than any money game that's out there, even the ones that have been considered really successful. So let me try to explain that real quick. Quick Start opened in November 21st of 2014 and the foundation was built to conform with all state, federal, and international regulations. A company that you might remember, Zeek Rewards, it was closed down after it had massive growth from September 2011 to August 2012, with only about 20,000 people made money out of 2 million. There was another company out there called Telex Free. It followed the same path as Zeek Rewards, but the people were investing, just saw the owner leave the country, and all others went to jail. And this all happened in about 12 months. These are money games we're talking about. There was another program called OneCoin. It's out there right now. A lot of people are talking about it. But now there's been a warning by the Bank of Hungary. It's under investigation by Finland. And what I just heard today, the SEC has actually opened up an investigation on it. Those are money games. This is what we're going to tell you about, and I'm going to kind of use this as an example. If you look at 10,000 people in your matrix, and we're going to cover that here in a minute, how you get those number of people, you could actually earn up to $60,000 in QxStart. If we take the same thing over on Zeek Rewards or Telex Free, there's a $7,000 number there. Let me explain why that's different. We said early on that QxStart doesn't ask you to invest or reinvest. Well, Zeek Rewards, for example, you could max out to $3.50 per person in your matrix. Well, that would work out to about $35,000. But here's the catch. To keep it going, you're going to have to take about 80% of the money that you would earn and reinvest it. That works out to about $7,000 right there. That was the same way with Telex Free. And OneCoin right now, I haven't found anybody that's actually put any money in the bank. So now if you looked at 50,000 people, you can see the difference right there, and 100,000 people. I can tell you, we've got some folks on the call right now that have actually had numbers greater than that in some prior programs. So these numbers have to be resonating with them right now. So now, that's really one of the reasons we have top earners that are joining. In the time that QxStart has opened for business, there's been several programs, like we said, that have come and go, and the hype surrounding those programs that start fast and then they see them fade away. But what QxStart does, it puts the money in your account every week. This is not funny money, this is real money. This is not something that shows up in your back end, you go, look how rich I am. This is the real deal. So now we're going to talk about Cryptos Communication. And I just got a text that the owner of Cryptos Communication, Steve Carnes, is actually on a call right now, working on a really important deal. So he couldn't make it on this right now. So I want to go ahead and cover what Cryptos is and what it's all about. So Cryptos, for everybody that's on here, it's a voice over IP application. What it does is it takes the communication, it digitizes it to 256-bit military-grade encryption and shoots it across on a peer-to-peer type connection. Well, that sounds all real technical, but what it really means is that when you have a communication with someone else on Cryptos, on the Cryptos app, there is no way that there's going to be anybody listening in unless someone's sitting right next to you. And at that point, they're only going to hear your side of the conversation. The other thing is that Steve has to fill out a report every quarter with the Commerce Department because this is actually considered something very important with the government, the encryption on it. And that's why it can only go to all countries but 5, because those are the 5 that are listed on the list that we can't export to. Now, why is crypto so important? Well, I had to ask Steve here a while back who his biggest client was. And he told me, he says, well, it's Christian missionaries. I said, Christian missionaries, really? And he goes, yeah. Well, I had to do a little digging, and I found out that Christian missionaries are targeted every day by the Islamic terrorist groups because of their faith. And the way they're tracking them down is the same way that law enforcement listens into people, the way that corporate America listens in onto other corporate I want to say not clients, but corporate competing interests. Like one company's trying to get an up on the other client, and so they use this technology to actually listen in and find out what they're doing. Well, that's the same way the terrorists are doing it too. The same kind of equipment is also being used by police departments to monitor the protesters all around the country right now that are protesting the police abuses. You also have the same kind of technology being used overseas that's happening right now. And wait, there's also planes in the sky too that is also doing it. And what this equipment does, it mimics a cell tower. So your phone naturally connects to it, not only able to listen in, record, but also pull all data off your phone. That's what's really getting people very surprised and everything. And last but not least, Newsweek is now starting to write articles about how the Christians are under attack too as well. So now, what is QxStart? This is going to be very important to understand this. Well, QxStart is really just a direct sales company. It has an exclusive distribution rights to the crypto's encrypted peer-to-peer voice communication smart app. Well, that's a big mouthful, but essentially what happens is that any sales happen through crypto's communication. It goes through the QxStart portal, and they're the ones that are making the sale. Crypto's hands QxStart a marketing fee every week, and that marketing fee is what the commissions are paid out of. This is very important to understand because the books are cleared every week. When that commission check comes in, or should I say when that marketing check comes in, commissions are all paid in full, period. All bills are paid in full. There is no new money to pay old money in some of these other money game programs. What does that mean? That means that from a regulatory standpoint, this is a program that's going to be around for a long time. From a common sense standpoint, this is a program that you can build a life around. This is something that will be around for a very long time. It will grow and grow, and your efforts will be rewarded year after year after year. That's what's very important about this. Now, you can start as a full-time or part-time. You can earn what you're worth. You can spend more time with your family and friends. But bottom line is that you can live a more financially rewarding life if that's what you want to do. Now, this is where you're going to kind of understand the power of this. If you sponsored 20 people, and this is a 2x3 force matrix, and that force meaning that is a very key phrase here right now, it can grow into a matrix because of the bonus levels that includes 4.1 million people. You can also earn up to $6 per person per month if you had 20 people in there. Just 20. So what does that do for you? I mean, you can do the numbers. It gets pretty darn exciting. And that's what's really getting a lot of folks' attention right now. Did we mention the $50? I think we did. For every person that comes in that you bring in as a gold affiliate, $50 is paid out to you the very next week. Unless it came in on a Sunday and it's actually paid out almost like the next day. So that works pretty good too. And again, like we said, top distributors have said this is the best program they've ever seen to make money. So folks, you can come in as a gold level, a silver level, or a bronze level. Let me tell you the difference. The gold level, if you have somebody coming in, that's where you make $50 every time someone comes in because you get half the first month of the $100 activation code purchase. On the silver level, you just get 10%, which just means $6, and on the bronze, it's just $3. So everybody is joining in as a gold level right now. The other thing, too, is that if you wanted to use that $50 bonus as a way to come in as a full-time member and start working this full-time, you could actually earn a pretty good income while you're building up that matrix pay. For example, if you had 2 gold affiliates that you brought in every week, that's an extra $100. But if you brought in 5 in 1 week, that's $250. Now, I've seen a lot of people that can take 30, 40 minutes, pick up the phone, and get 5 people in. Now, to be able to do that within just a couple hours, that's not bad. But here's the key thing. When you get 6 gold affiliates in there, not only have you made $300, but your auto ship, your $100 fee every month to get 10 activation codes from Crypto's communication has been waived. Now, we say waived, but what we really mean is that QxStart will give you an extra $100 to cover the auto ship, and that's paid right on your matrix bonus check. So that's why we have the phrase sponsor 6 and pay no more. It's really kind of a neat way to go. We talked about the matrix and the different ways. I'm going to blow this up here just a little bit so you can kind of see some potential. Because a lot of people in their mind, they go, well, you know, I might be able to find 1 person or 2 people, but I don't think I could find 20. Well, let's kind of see how quick this goes real quick. If you just brought 1 person in, $56 is probably what you could max it out to. Now, that's not going to change anybody's life. But what if you had 2 people? $504 a month. We go, that's not a lot of money. Well, that's $4,800 after you pay your auto ship every year. $4,800 a year is a pretty substantial second income on a part. So again, like we talked about, what if you had 3 people that came in? 3 people would actually earn you around $4,000 per month. And as you can see, the numbers get pretty crazy here. I mean, I can keep going and going, but the bottom line is that there's a program here that can really do very, very well for you. And so for the folks that are going, gee, I'm looking for some kind of quick money, well, let me tell you, this is not only quick money, but it's also long-term money because of what it can do for you. Because you're going out to a market of 6 billion people in the world have cell phones. And this is not only does it give you a great deal to protect your communication and your privacy, but it also makes it very affordable to talk to people overseas because each code is $10. And so for $10 per month to be able to talk as long as you'd like, you're going to find a lot of people that this is going to be very, very enticing for. So I'm going to kind of go through these numbers here real quick, and I'm going to get onto the next screen and show you what all you get for your program here to help you. So when you sign up, you get a website. This is what the website looks like. But we also have a very robust tools and support center. So that center gold button where it says QxStart Support right there, all you have to do is click on it and you're going to get our support site. Right there you're going to find webinars, videos, tools, you name it, everything's going to be right there, including news stories to help you. Last but not least, when you log into your back office, because all this stuff is already built, it's all ready for you, and it's been going for quite a few months now, you can go ahead and click on commissions, genealogy, whatever you need to right there. In fact, let me blow it up a little bigger so you can see it. Right there. When you get to be my age, you need it large like that. So now, when you go to sign up, have somebody click on the Join Now site on your site. I'm using Todd's, for example. Todd is a person that's been with us pretty much from the beginning. He is building a huge business. And if you look right there, you'll see his name and his distributor ID. Well, keep in mind that if you see someone's name there that is not the person that you're signing up, don't sign up. Get back with the person that brought you to it and make sure you're signing up under the correct person. Very, very important. So now when you sign up, I'm sure everybody heard me say how fast you get paid. Well, we have a gentleman that just came in just a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I was talking to him. He's up in the Panhandle, and he told me that his MasterCard debit card from ProPay just came in today. He was all excited. What that means is that when money gets put on his account, it's available to him right then. But if he wants to take it to his bank account for 30 cents, and it doesn't matter if it's $200 or $2,000 or $200,000, he only pays 30 cents to have it moved to his bank account. Now, some people that are on the call right now, you'll remember some prior programs that charged you 3, 4, some of them even 5% of the money that you were transferring, they kept. So if you were moving, just for example, $10,000, and it was 3%, you can see that's a pretty good chunk of money that's coming away from you right then. And if you're doing that on a weekly basis, that starts to add up. So now, when you also get your Cryptos codes, you're going to be going over to Cryptos Communication, just getting your accounts lined up. When you do that, that's to be able to use the encrypted phone app. It's going to ask you for a credit card or an activation code. Those activation codes are listed right there where you see Cryptos. Where you see Cryptos codes. Whenever you're a gold member, you're getting 10 of those every month. You can take those codes and you can extend your Cryptos service out as long as you need to. You can do it each month and you extend it out. Or you could set up several accounts so that if you need to speak to someone, let's say overseas, whatever, you could shoot them an email message and say, download this app, use this login and this password, and I'll connect with you in 5 minutes. Very, very easy, very, very simple. So now, the thing I want to focus on, everybody, is that just spend some time browsing the back office. Something I should have on here is get with the person that brought you in. Ask them some questions. Set up some calls. We'll be glad to get on there for you. Watch as many as the training videos you can at QxStart Support. And last, make a list of some people. It doesn't have to be 15. It could be 5, 6, whatever, because you want to know the people that those 5 or 6 know, and then you want to know the ones those 5 or 6 know. Find as many people as you can that are looking to make some money and actually get to work. And don't forget that every person that comes in directly to you, it's a $50 bill to you. And that's paid, like I said, every Tuesday. So that's what we have right now, guys. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And I do want to apologize about our audio going off. Seems like we are destined every week to have those little challenges. So again, I apologize. We're going to have this up on the web, and we're going to make sure we edit that dead air out. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks.